Morning. This is Tuesday, the 28th of April. Today's workout is Gaun Yersel, and this is the one for the total beginners. Okay, so it actually looks on paper exactly the same as the regular workout. So it's 4 time, it's 60 deadlifts, 60 hand power cleans, and 60 shoulder to overhead. You can split that work up any way you want. So you could do 6 rounds of 10 deadlifts, 10 hand power cleans, 10 shoulder to overhead, or 10 rounds of 6, or 2 rounds of 30. It's entirely up to you. Or you could just muddle your way through and just see what happens. But the clock doesn't stop until you've completed 60 reps of each. If you're using the WOD app, just stick your scores under the regular workout if you want, so that you get I get everybody in the same place, and it's nice because then nobody gets missed from fist bumps. Fist bumps are nice. I didn't have any fist bumps until like 5:30 yesterday, and I'm like, what? I write the workouts. Very not fair. So grab your weights, your cushion, your little stuffed bag, your cuddly toy, whatever it is that you've got that you're going to do the workout with. Ideal for weights that aren't too heavy is those things, or water bottles, and then you can put whatever you want in the water bottle, maybe some rice, some water, gravel, nuts and bolts, whatever. It just depends how heavy you want it to be. Bottles are nice, because they're easy to grip. So for the deadlifts, grip your weight, okay? It's going to touch the ground just between your toes, or if it's light enough it can actually touch the ground on your toes, because you're going to have your feet directly below your hips. Try and stand so you can see my feet. You're going to have your feet directly below your hips for this. So when you go to touch the ground with the weight, make sure that you stick your bum back behind your heels, okay, so your butt starts to push backwards behind your heels. Got to keep your back nice and flat, okay? Push your heels into the ground, grip the ground with your toes. Keep leaning over at your hips so that you're making this joint here tighter and tighter and tighter, okay? Probably until your torso's about horizontal with the ground, just about. Shoulders will probably still be slightly above your butt. And then just a small bend in your knees in order to be able to touch the ground. And then stand back up with the weight. So it touches and you stand. Now, if you're finding it difficult to get the weight to touch the ground, just through mobility or whatever, then either put something on the ground between your feet for the weight to touch. For example, you could have that sitting on the ground and then the weight touches it. It's just going to make it a wee bit easier. And then over time, you're trying to take that away, okay? So that's for the deadlifts. For the hand power cleans, you actually might prefer 2 water bottles for this. I'll show you both. So 1 or 2 water bottles, make sure the lid's on. Okay, so the weights are just going to go down by your side at your knees. Now remember, with the deadlifts and with the hand power cleans, you want to avoid this, okay? So don't let your knees come in together when you're doing this. If you have your feet too wide apart, that's going to encourage your knees to come in. So make sure your feet are directly below you, hips back, over until the weights are just down by your knees, okay? So it's going to feel a little bit similar to that setup with the deadlift, okay, but you're not leaning quite as far. From there you come right up, so the weights then travel from there to there just because you stood up, okay? Now if you stand up nice and fast and then pull as well, then you can bring the weights round onto your shoulders, and there's a little dip to catch underneath. Okay, so up, drop. Okay, now that drop, what's going on there is the weights are coming up. Okay, now if I didn't drop, the weight could end up here instead of here. That little drop allows me to come under the weight. Okay, so if you imagine if these are really heavy for you, and that's as high as you can get the weight, then that little drop under would allow you to catch it on your shoulder. So that's going to come into play more and more as your weights get heavier. Okay, so don't worry if you do this and there's no drop under, it's fine, you're moving and you're learning. So you can do the same with the bag, I'll show you that in a second. For the shoulder to overhead, you can either do that with both your weights, or you can put one of them down, and I would still just count that as 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to make sure both arms are doing all the work, then of course it's up to you if you want to go 1, 1, it's up to you. Both are absolutely fine. For the little bag or the cushion, the hang clean will just go from about your knees, okay? So you're holding it with both weights. Same idea, the elbows will end up underneath the bag and it'll end up under your chin. And then for the shoulder to overhead, same idea, okay? So the nice thing about this is you don't need to move off the spot that you're standing on. Like, this is the least amount of space you will ever need for a workout. You're literally standing on one spot, you're not lying on the ground, you're not sitting down, you only need one piece of kit, you're standing on the spot. So who says that they can't work out because they don't have the space and they don't have the kit? You can go and tell them that they're wrong. So, have fun with this, guys. Thank you for doing the workouts. It's really exciting to get the little messages and stuff every day. I love pictures as well. Oh, I love pictures. I'll never share them unless you ask me to, okay? I will never share them unless you ask me to. Much like I'll never tell people that you're doing the workouts unless you're okay with it. Okay, so privacy is safe with me. I'll see you later. Have fun.